Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel again. Today I'll be addressing the state and government. That is, what the state is and what government is. Though sometimes people interchangeably misunderstand what the two concepts are. So starting from the definition of what the state is. The state centrally refers to as a definite uh, political entity that has government internationally recognized and has sovereign right to make its own rules and impose it. That is, the state is a geographically demarcated political entity that has a central government that has the right to make rules and impose them on its citizens without external interference. So essentially, that's the conventional meaning of what the state is. And there are several attributes of the state. That is what makes a state. A state has a territory, that is demarcation of where the state is start and ends. Secondly, a state has sovereignty, the absolute power to make rules and impose them without external interference. Thirdly, the state must have a population, that is total number of people living within the geographical uh, territory. The state must have a central government. We should have called it just government, but it must have a central government due to the complexity of what the state system is right now. But for the purpose of this video, the state must have a government that serves as an instrument of it imposing its own rules. Then the state also must have boundaries. The state must also have the monopoly of the use of force, and then the state must also be internationally recognized. So these are basically the attribute of the state. It must have a territory, a boundary, a recognized government, sovereignty, a recognition by international institutions, population, and then it has monopoly of the use of force. So essentially that's what the state is. Now, on the other hand, government centrally is the instrument of the state. That's the precise definition of what government is. It's an instrument of the state. That is, government can refers to as the institutions, structures, organization, procedure, process, and policies put in place to ensure that the will of the state is being achieved. That is, the essence of establishing the state is being achieved through the government. So essentially, government is just an instrument of the state. Unlike the state where you identify certain attribute to refers to as a government has several institutions where you can clearly identify that okay, this is the government, and there's also variation across states. You can have military government, you have civilian government, you have autocratic, you have democratic government, aristocratic, theocratic, and several system of government. So essentially, this what the state is and what government is. Now, the fundamental things to understand here today is about the difference between what a state is and what government is. Now, the state, on one hand, the state is permanent, that is, the state exists there, while government is temporary, that is, government comes and goes. So, government changes while the state is permanent. Now, membership of a state, that's the second difference here. Membership of a state is compulsory. You must either belongs to one of us. But membership of government is completely different. Loyalty and patriotism. Patriotism refers to being loyal to the state. You can probably dislike a government, don't like the government, but loyalty lies with the state. So therefore, loyalty and patriotism means love of the state. You can dislike a government, but you are patriotic. That's another difference. Membership of the state is compulsory. You must be a member of the state, and then membership of government is not compulsory. That's another difference. The state is abstract. Like you cannot see or touch the state, but government, you can see the government apparatus, the president, institutions, the police, whatever it is. So state is the principal, while government is the agent. That is just like the principal and his agent. That is, the agent is carrying out responsibility of the principal on behalf of the principal. So essentially, these are the major difference between a state and a government. While I said earlier that the state is permanent, the government is temporary. Patriotism means loyalty to the state, not the government. State is an abstract concept, while government it's obvious, you can see and you can touch. We said the state is the principal, while government is the agent. The state is a major institution, while government is just an instrument of the state. So essentially, this is what the state is, attribute of the state, what the government is, types of government, and then the fundamental difference between a state and a government. Thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to comment, like, and share this video.